no matter what.
January 18th, 2003, Amarillo, Texas. Two local hobos known as Krusty Jack and Salty Joe were fighting over a discarded moldy cheese sandwich in an alleyway located on Amarillo Boulevard. The scuffle continued for quite some time until Salty Joe acquired a machete from a nearby dumpster. He proceeded to use the machete to decapitate Krusty Jack. There were several witnesses to this heinous crime, and yet there is no record of it anywhere. Not in newspaper archives or even online.
I witnessed it. Cut his head clean off. There's blood everywhere, people screaming, kids running about. I was just sitting there like, holy crap, man, this is nuts.
The Amarillo Police Department refuses to even discuss the situation.
You know, it's funny because, in my opinion, two hobos going at it and one ends up dead, that's hardly news at all. And the main scuffle we've been hearing from people is that, you know, whatever happened to this? And I told them, you know, there's no news here. If two hobos fighting was newsworthy, that's all we'd ever be seeing. You know, there are other things going on in the community, and it was an unfortunate incident. You know, both the victim and the perpetrator were well known to local authorities. Both have gotten into violent incidences before. So when we were called to the scene, it was pretty expected, and it was routine from then on. It was case closed. There was really no evidence to it, nothing needed investigating, and so we didn't feel there was much to it.
Who would cover this up? One possibility is Salty Joe was a bioorganic weapon created by the BioNet Corporation to help curb Amarillo's homeless population.
The police and the biotech companies are working together to kill off this population of people so that they don't have to deal with them. That's the whole thing that they really want to do, is they just don't want this pest in problem anymore, but they're just killing off all these people, I tell you.
Another theory is the cheese sandwich belonged to local billionaire Stanley Rutherford IV, and he covered it up to hide from the public that despite having billions of dollars, he still eats Kraft singles. A third theory believes that Salty Joe is an alias for Glenn Buxton, a serial killer who escaped the local insane asylum in the mid-'80s. The APD covered it up to hide their incompetence at not capturing a known killer in 20 years.
You know, I resent that because my daddy was the man who took Glenn Buxton down. And I can tell you to this day, Glenn Buxton is still in that asylum. Okay, he never got free. So any indication that there has been some wrongdoing on the Amarillo Police Department is absolute hooey. And I tell you what, anybody can come down here and make that case to me, and I'm gonna sock him right in the mouth, because that's what that is. We put him away, and he is behind bars where he belongs.
I tell you, man, the police are in on it. They're just covering this whole thing up. There's a conspiracy theory here in this place that all the police cover up all these hobo crimes because they don't want to get out, that all these hobos are killing all these other hobos, and that there's a ring. It's a ring of police that are covering up all these hobo crimes. It's very suspicious.
When we come back, identical men with no hair or eyebrows in dark suits have been spotted across the country. Is it an alien invasion or something far more sinister?
You bet. Wisconsin made, Wisconsin proud, right here from